Hey folks, welcome to Jack's Shop. I just want to bring you in here and show you what my latest challenges is, what this is, and I'm sure if any of you people have worked with Briggs engines, you've run into this before. Okay, I picked up this gas tank, and this is the one of the typical gas tanks that went on a lot of the 40s, I guess late 40s, the mid 50s Briggs engines. Don't quote me on that accuracy, but somewhere around in there. This tank was on quite a few of their engines, and what I did was I took the tank and I bead blasted it, and bead blasted as good as I could reach with the bead blaster, but I bead blasted the entire outside of the tank and tried to bead blast the inside of the tank. I'm going to pour some metal ready, which is an acid preparation. It has zinc in it, and swash it around in there and get all the rust out, and then pour a sealer in there after I'm done. But I was a little bit out of sync with the procedure. What I should have done is I should have poured the acid mixture in there and cleaned the inside of the tank very well first, and then put the sealer in there, and then blasted the outside, and and then metal prepped it, primer and paint, if I could say that all, paint the outside. Then I'd have myself a pretty decent gas tank. Well, what happened was I got in a hurry, thought that the tank was pretty clean inside, blasted it to some degree, blasted the whole outside, got it nice and clean. It doesn't look that way now, but it was nice and clean, and sanded, steel wooled the outside, shot some primer on it, put several coats of black on, gloss black, which it doesn't look so glossy now because this thing has been back inside the blaster since that has happened. What had happened was I got it nice and shiny, looking really good, and I set it up on a shelf and didn't use the tank right away. Well, it seemed like sometime later, it was probably 6 months to a year, I started noticing these bubbles it was on the end of the tank, like right along this area where I'm running my finger here. So I went over and I popped one of the bubbles. They would look like paint bubbles. And what it was a hole going into the tank. It's like, oh man, you did all that work, and now you have a gas tank that's leaky. It's not going to be worth putting on any engine, let alone using it. So what I did was I took this tank, I put it back in the blaster, okay? Blasted all this rusty area that was around this area here, back on the back of the tank and all through here. Blasted that, and there's several pinholes, some of them larger and some of them smaller. Took the tank out and mixed up some patch material and put it on the outside here, and this stuff is healed up or sealed up really good here as far as covering the holes and getting the metal covered and filling and all that. Now I tried to follow the the dimension of the tank here as accurately as I could, but this is forming a nice hard seal, or it's got a nice hard cure to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a file, I'm going to file the stuff down, and then start to work on getting a nice soft finish on it. Prior to doing that, though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the metal ready, which is this POR 15. It's an acid and zinc mixture, and pour it in this tank and get all the rust out of here, because there's still some rust in here. I had run some of that through the tank prior to putting this JB weld on the tank here, but I'm going to do it again because I want to really make sure I got all the rust out of there. And then what I'll do is I'll give a after picture. Hopefully I'll be able to, or after video here of this tank when I'm done with it. Now hopefully when I get to that point, I'll have a nice functional, good looking, good displaying and functional gas tank also, because that's my goal here. But we'll keep you up to date, and you folks keep posting your videos and your projects out there, because I'm really interested. I'm learning a lot from all you folks. It's great that we have YouTube as a media to do this, because years ago people were just like sending letters and emailing, and it'd take forever to learn anything. So keep the stuff coming, keep the comments coming. I'm learning all the time. Just the other day I learned quite a bit about how to finish some of the carbs I'm finishing to make them look good. So keep the stuff coming, man. I'm loving it. I mean, this is just a great hobby, and it's great working with all you YouTubers out there. I mean, we've got a great community here. It sure is better than a lot of things that are going on right now. So let's keep it going. Thanks a lot, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.